Hello, everyone. This is my final presentation about my mission and purpose statement, which are both the same for me. Um, so my purpose statement is to provide meaningful insights to those who seek my input so they can make more informed decisions about with the best data or input available. So my number one strength was analytical strength in the Gallup Strength Finder. It is context, which is mostly focused on history and using past precedent to make insights about the future and to just hang out with people who like history, which pretty much describes me. At one of my old jobs, they called me Jeopardy Jack because I know a lot of trivia. I'm usually pretty good at trivia's. I'm a current 4 time in a row winner on Alexa trivia. But I also like to frame things in terms of the past. I like understanding history to understand the present and the future as well, think where things are going. And I use it to frame issues to people to help contextualize things literally. And I like to help relate situations about something someone else is going through to what I've done, even though it may not directly correlate or translate to lean strategy out of my successes or failures. And one of the quotes that I liked was driven by your talents. You routinely ask lots of questions when you're meeting someone for the first time. That is true. I do try to get to know people. And if I'm trying to solve problems that they're asking me to help solve, I do ask a lot of questions to make sure that I know what I'm saying and that it will be helpful. My number two strength in this purpose statement that I'm going to use is my empathy. It ranked number three for me, which is pretty high, and I was relatively surprised. However, I do truly try to understand anything that anyone is saying. I'd like to see problems from every angle, even if the other angle is in the wrong. I like to understand where they're coming from. And when I'm giving advice or providing insights, everything becomes personal to me because I want to make sure that when I'm giving advice, it's personal to me and to that person. And it becomes more specific once I'm in their shoes and I'm able to provide that insight that something that I would do in their situation. Um, I also use this to understand when advice is solicited and unsolicited. And I know that when advice is solicited, it is received much better than when it's unsolicited. And know the difference and understand that when people are asking my advice, that I need to take it seriously and give them the best that I have. The number three strength that I want to use is communication, which was number four for me in my top five. So I like to share stories to visualize what I'm trying to say, put things in context, like I said earlier. It helps to relate a problem to something that's either already happened or something that could happen and make it sense by using another example. uh, hopefully have demonstrated this, but I like to use interesting and complex words most of the times. But I also want to make sure that I'm using the right combination of words depending on the audience, and also discern the difference between simple versus complex language depending on the audience to make sure that I'm getting my point across and to really give the best advice and be just kind of the best ally for someone in a situation where they're coming to me for advice. So the way that I anticipate this manifesting itself in my personal life is that I want to have people solicit my advice. I want to be that person. I want to have. I like helping people, and I think that with my strengths, I'm able to be passionate about what I do and make sure that it's personalized. So I'm not giving general advice. I actually seem like I care, and I usually do. And in my professional life, even though it's not necessarily unsolicited, it's implied in most job descriptions to bring insights and with backed up with data to optimize an organization or to solve a problem that someone may not be seeing or I've been asked to solve. Um, that's really my goal. And then my action steps and one of the things that I want to do after I graduate is get a new job because I'm not quite satisfied with where I'm at right now, and I'd like to use my context strength to gain insights about what worked and hasn't in my career history, as well as interviews, take initiative to do the research to um, look at the past and make sure that I'm communicating well, clarify what I'm saying in my communication, and uh, more in my professional life, I want to do the research to think before I'm speaking and say it right the first time, show everyone respect because I generally do tend to respect people, and my empathy will help with that. And then also listen to people because we were given 2 ears and one mouth. So listening is very important and will help me provide the best insights that I think are possible. Thank you for watching my presentation.